Over the weekend, a Georgia county, Ware County to be exact, had to shut down all the public schools. Everybody sent home till at least August 27th due to a massive COVID outbreak in the Ware County school system. Ware County in Georgia has now become the 5th district in the state of Georgia to have to fully shut down schools due to COVID outbreaks. And don't forget, we're only in the second week of school, folks. The second week of school. 5 districts in one state have already had to shut down. We're watching similar situation unfold here in Florida, although of course they're not going to shut down schools here. But we have seen massive COVID outbreaks, hundreds of students in some counties already under quarantine after being in school for only 4 days last week. And this was totally predictable. But more importantly, this was totally preventable. When the pandemic first hit, when we were in March and April of 2020, we watched school districts all over the country working overtime to create these distance learning programs, getting it all figured out in a matter of days so that students could do remote learning, so that teachers could connect with the students, so that nobody would have to be shoved into a crowded building and risk further infection. And unfortunately, we threw all of that by the wayside here in the United States, in most areas of the country. Threw it all by the wayside. Hey, we're really proud of you, IT people, for coming up with these solutions, for the teachers working day and night to make this happen. Thank you to the parents who helped get your kids on these Zoom calls, get everybody on tablets and laptops, and buying all new equipment too in some cases to get your kids on there. But we're just not going to do that. We're just going to put your kids at risk. We don't want to have to deal with this. They have had 1.5 years to perfect the online distance learning to keep kids out of the brick and mortar as the pandemic got worse. And sure, earlier this year, things didn't seem all that bad, right? Most areas of the country, if kids were back in school, they were wearing masks. But then, of course, when the tide shifted and Biden became president, suddenly Republicans are saying, oh, hell no, masks are the worst tyranny ever. They were saying it all along, but it became more pronounced once Biden became president. And now we've got mask mandate bans from Republican governors, threatening to defund school districts who implement mask mandates. Basically saying if you try to protect children, we're going to withhold all your money. And this is the result. This is what we're seeing. School districts having to completely shut down and once again piece together ways to get these kids connected to their teachers, to the schools, so that they can get an education. We had the system. It wasn't perfect, but it made do for the last 2 months of school in 2020. Then they had the entire summer where they could have perfected it. We could have protected children. We could have kept them home. Because at the time, a lot of adults were still working from home. And I know, by the way, that that's a big factor in this. But we could have pushed more children to go to distance learning. But that's all but disappeared throughout the United States for this school year. And had we done that, had we separated more people, kept more of them home where they could be kept home. I understand, and not everybody can do it. But if we had done that, we likely wouldn't be looking at the disaster that we're witnessing unfold right now. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.